Hello everybody, Dolphin Oracle here again with my Antix 13 install, and I came across an interesting problem the other day. Someone sent me several scans from their scanner in JPEG format, and they were all that was fine. Usually these people would send me multi-page documents, they send them to me in PDFs, and I all of a sudden needed a way to print multiple pages. In Windows this is easy. There's the PhotoPrinter, and it will let you print things just by selecting hit and print. And I realized there's no easy way to do that in Antix. The image viewer that we have, that Antix has, Mirage, doesn't have a print routine. It's not set up. And I also realized that I have not noticed this for years because I just don't print photographs that often. So I went to the forums, posted up a question, and got some suggestions from people. And I'm going to show you three of the options here that were suggested. Now, first off, I'm going to open up my home folder and pictures. I've got some pictures here in my home folder. And I'm going to come down here to the first one is gnome-photo-printer. These are all the programs I'm going to show you are available in the standard repos. Gnome-photo-printer is plain Jane. What you do is you can add photos. You can either add them by clicking the add button and going to the routine, or you can select photos from Rocks or from Space FM and you can drag them to the window. It'll take a second and it'll incorporate the photos into this window as, okay, these are the pictures that we're going to print. Now, it defaults to European or metric standards. I don't have that, so I'm going US. But you have to set the paper and the margins every time. I haven't found a way to make this save every time that to a default every time I use the software. So I'm going to set the margins to something where a whole page can get used. It lets you select what printer you want to use. This is my printer. You can scale it, fill the page, or keep the ratio. I always keep the ratio. They look funny otherwise. Now layout. Here's where things get interesting. This is the size of the photo. This is what you want the photo size to be. So you can see here 5x7s aren't on here because this is all set up for different set of standards. I'm going to put 5x7 in the custom aisle. And then when you hit print preview, it's going to show you what the layout will look like. Hopefully I get 4 or 5x7s on a page. And I didn't, and I don't know why. Let's change them to 4x6. Again, the settings on this are a little esoteric, and I'm still learning how to use it. There you go. So now I've got 2 images on a page. That's better. I probably didn't have the margins set right before, or something strange like that. I find gnome-photo-printer is fine. It does the job. The prints look good when they print off, but it is really finicky on the settings, and it doesn't help that everything's in metric or European standards when I'm in the US. Alright, so I'm going to quit that one and go to my next choice, which was PhotoPrint. Sounds simple enough, right? PhotoPrint works it from the other side. In one page, it gives you a sample layout, which you can adjust just by clicking around. You can also specify dimensions of the images, but I like just telling it how many pictures I want on a page. So I'm going to do 2 pictures, or 2 columns, 2 rows gives me 4 pictures. I can set margins here. I'm going to put everything at 1/2 an inch so that I've got a little, I don't have it bleeding right to the edge of the paper. There's options up here that you can use to set the units. Now this is a problem with PhotoPrint, is every now and then it crashes. Technically it's some sort of pre-release version. It's been that way forever, but it's worked fine for me in several tests. So let's do that again. 2x2. I'll set the units first. Okay, there we go.
2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to set the 2 columns, 2 rows. I'm going to
margins here to 1/2 inch all the way around. In the same way here, you can either add images through its own dialog, or you can just drag them in from your file manager. Again, Space FM, Rocks, not probably anything you use that supports drag and drop will work. And it gives you the layout right in the photo window. And I love this. You can do a print preview. The print previews for me have turned into giant screen filling operations, but this window will print fine. I actually solved my little scan document problem with this program by having it print one picture to a page and doing and printing the thing out that way. It worked great. It was nice and quick. So these images work good. It has some other options. You've got some options in here for doing some extremely basic things like rotating or letting the system crop pictures so that make them fit. I personally, my needs are plain Jane. If I want good snapshots printed off, I send it to a photo printer guy, and for 10 cents you've got your good looking pictures. But for printing stuff at home, PhotoPrint is my pick, and that's the one that'll be staying on my system. Now, if you like your photo managers a little more full featured, a little more, think Google Picasa or the Windows Live Photo Gallery, something that operates a library and lets you sort and tag, Shotwell may be the program for you. This was suggested by one of the guys in the forum. It is a little more, it doesn't really work on a file level, it works with their database. So when you have to have, it will only operate on photos that are in its library. So you need to import photos from the library. So I'm going to import my pictures folder. And it lets you it asks you whether to either copy the photos into its own library folder, or it'll actually point to the photos and just put pointers in its database. I'm going to import in place. It's pretty fast, and it gives you a nice photo manager. And you got zoom features, and you got basic options down here for doing basic editing. It's actually a very nice program. For me, I just wanted to be able to print some documents without having to import them into a library, and that's the main part that bugs me about Shotwell. If I was going to do my photo management on this machine, I'd probably take a look at Shotwell. It's nice. It sorts things by date. It is pretty nice, although apparently one of the cameras in these photos had the date set wrong on it. So it's as long as your dates are set right, it sorts them by date, sorts them by event. It does all that for you. And if you want to print photos, you can select the photos you want to print, and you hit print. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Here it is. You tell it how many pages you want, how many images you want per page on the image settings tab. And if you hit print preview, I should get all of these photos on one page. And I do. There they are. They're all scaled down to fit on the page. Again, it does the job that I'm looking for. It also does a whole lot more that I wasn't looking for right now. I may keep this around or bring it back in case I want to do photo management on this machine. This laptop is not really my main photo managing computer, but I will keep this around. Again, does some nice basic editing, and according to the documentation, also likes to keep the EXIF data with the photo rather than somehow tagged in some library someplace. If you're a photographer, maybe you understand what they're talking about. I'm not. I take snapshots with my phone, so Shotwell's a little bit overkill for me right now. So there you go. 3 options for getting multiple photos printed off of the Antix. All 3 of these programs available in the default Debian repositories. If installed the way I did in my installation video, you're using the Wheezy repositories, and all three of those programs are in there. They took no time at all to download, and for the most part, they're very small programs. Gnome-photo-printer pulled in the least amount of extra files. It was probably 5 megabytes of disk space. Shotwell takes about 12. PhotoPrinter is taking up about 9, and that's the one I'm going to keep. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. For tips, tricks, and how-tos, head on over to antix.mepis.org, check out the articles, or drop a post over at the forums at antix.freeforums.org, or leave me a note down in the comments. This is D.O. saying have a good night.